Well, big breaking news which is coming in. The IDF has said that it has struck 3 of the Hamas operatives behind mortar fire on Israel. In fact, the trio were targeted in a military command center in Gaza City, according to the military. These are the visuals that you can see of the satellite images which show how targeted strikes are being carried out by Israel. Remember, Israel has now told everyone in Gaza for this area to be evacuated. They are essentially signaling that there are going to be a ground strike as well, which is going to happen after the airstrikes which have been continuing. These are the visuals where you can see 3 of the Hamas operatives being struck. This is a video which has been released by the IDF, which shows that Operation Iron Fist is going to continue pounding the Gaza enclave, which has been taken over by the Hamas. And you can see satellite images of the explosions. So these would have been airstrikes. Remember, Israel has already warned that it is ready for a land strike as well. A land onslaught is expected very, very soon. We are waiting for more details to come in from that area, but what we do know is that this IDF strike, which shows 3 of the Hamas operatives being taken out by Israel. Remember, Israel has vowed that there is going to be no mercy shown to those who have dared kill children, women, and even butchered babies. Meanwhile, there is more breaking news which is coming in from the IDF. In fact, the IDF has said that it has also struck 750 Gaza terrorist targets overnight, including underground Hamas tunnels as well as military compounds and posts. Residences of the senior terrorist operatives used as military command centers, weapons as well as the storage warehouses. That's going to be very significant, that storage warehouses also are now being taken out, because remember, the Hamas has been significantly more well armed than Israel would have been prepared for. And now with the Hezbollah, which is of course far superior when it comes to military might when compared to Hamas, Hezbollah has also openly shown its backing for Hamas. It's important that the stockpile, the arsenal of Hamas is also being destroyed systematically by Israel. These are the strike visuals which are coming to light, which are being tweeted out repeatedly by the IDF as well as the Israel War Room, which shows the underground Hamas tunnels being targeted as well as the military compounds and posts. Watch this.
The security fence do not approach the border, only go south. Again, out of a concern for safety of non-combatants. I'll continue to read. Hamas terrorists are hiding in Gaza City, inside tunnels, underneath houses, and inside buildings populated with innocent Gazan civilians. Civilians of Gaza City, evacuate south for your own safety and the safety of your families, and distance yourself from Hamas terrorists who are using you as human shields. And the last paragraph, in the following days, the IDF will continue to operate with significant force in Gaza City and will make extensive efforts to, to avoid harming civilians. That's the message that we issued a few hours ago to Gazan civilians, and the aim here is to minimize the damage to civilians. There are significant combat operations ongoing, and we are preparing for future and continuance of our combat operations, and out of an understanding that there are civilians here whom are not our enemy and we do not want to target them. We are asking them to evacuate so that we will be able to continue to strike military targets belonging to Hamas in the Gaza Strip. That is the purpose, and I think that's an important update, relevant for you to be aware of. This is a first notice that we gave. We understand that this will take time. It's not an easy process, but we have issued this guidance, and the aim of the evacuation is simply to save lives. As you may have read in the media, this was communicated to UN authorities, first and foremost to UN authorities, and the IDF is in communications and liaison with UN authorities, transferring information to them and also listening to what the UN informs Israel about the humanitarian situation in Gaza. And as I've said many times during the last 7 days, the IDF remains fully committed to the law of international conflict.